Hey everybody, it's Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos here with your daily crypto video update. So, hey, little breakout here, right? Woohoo, time to celebrate. Well, let's see if it is time to celebrate. I knew it wasn't going to be long till we had a breakout. I've been talking about it. Is this the big one though? Is this the one, the start of what's going to really take us to next level heights? Well, before we get too excited, and you know I'm a bull, I love cryptocurrencies. The only thing that I'm a little cautious of is the way that the market went up. It went up in a matter of 1 hour. About $5 billion came into the market in 1 hour. That's not natural. That's not a natural growth. That is a sign of manipulation. Or it could be something else. We'll talk about both. We've seen the market go straight down within an hour. And I told you that was manipulation. They're trying to get all the weak hands out, trying to get you to sell so they can buy up your cryptocurrencies cheap. These elite are sneaky. These people with the money, these banksters, are pranksters. Their job is to get your money from you. But not by stealing it, by confusing you, by scaring you, and by manipulating prices, getting you to think things are going to do one thing and then they do the opposite. Propaganda. We've talked about all this. It's what we always talk about, right? We know about this. We're smart. We're catching on to the games that they play. Same thing with politicians. They're all crooks and liars. Except for Trump. I don't believe he is. I believe he's legit. I believe he's the real deal. I think he's trying to help us. I had a comment from somebody saying, good luck to you and Litecoin because I heard you follow Trump. So apparently he's unsubscribed or not following the channel. You know what? Get over it. Put on your big boy pants. This is America. We're free to like who we want and who we don't want. You know? Just if you're a Democrat doesn't mean that I hate you and I'm not going to listen to what you have to say. That's how you form opinions. That's what makes the world go round, is differences and people having different opinions. Because people with different opinions can maybe open your eyes to things that you hadn't seen or realized or maybe even thought about or considered. Maybe giving you information that you never had calculated into your equation that made you come out with your answer. It's what makes the world go round, what makes America a great place. And that's why I said there's no room for censorship and for shutting people up and shutting people down and taking away your freedoms. We got to fight for our freedoms, people, because that's all we have. Without our freedoms, we're nothing more but slaves. And cryptocurrencies is something that will help to bring us freedom. There's a lot of changes that need to be made in society, but cryptos is a great place to start. So, why did the market go up so drastically, so fast? It could be either the elite trying to see what would happen if they poured a whole bunch of money in to see if it would spark a rally bigger than the amount that they put in. That is still undetermined because I don't think enough time has gone by yet in the day or the next couple days to come. We'll know if this is the case if we see a huge sell-off. Okay? It means that they were just testing, not a huge sell-off, but a decent sized sell-off. It means that they just want to get things back to the way they were, meaning they can keep on accumulating at lower prices. If the market continues to go up, I believe that we'll see it go up for a while. Now, this could also be the precursor to what I had mentioned in other videos, that they're about to release some of the big news, some of the big information on cryptocurrencies. Some of the stuff that's going to start getting the general public, the retail investors, interested and involved in cryptocurrencies. Some of the things that's going to make this market go batshit crazy. All right? So, I'm cautiously optimistic right now. Either we're going to see an announcement come out that one of these exchanges is ready to go live, that HODL is ready to go live, that an ETF is going to get passed. One of the ETFs, I know there's a few out there. I heard one just got declined. No big deal. It didn't affect the market negatively. The market actually went up. I think that the big boys realize that bad news does not affect the market negatively. So either they're trying to see how positive news or positive price movement affects the market, or this is the start of something big, real big. And you see, you know how happy I was this morning when I woke up and I looked at my phone to see the cryptocurrency market, and I had to stop and rub my eyes because I was like, is that really? I mean, I could believe it because I've seen it before, but it's been such a long time since I've seen such a big move that it kind of, I just wanted to make sure I was seeing things right. I put my phone down to make sure I wasn't still dreaming and asleep. I picked it up again, and I was like, all right, look at this. Bitcoin up 13%. Litecoin, Bitcoin up 13.5%. Litecoin up 13%. And everything green, except things that had already, doubled in the last week or two. A lot of those stayed the same. And I saw Bitcoin dominance up big. And I called that yesterday when the retail investors start to get in. They're going to get into Bitcoin. So guys, Bitcoin and Litecoin right now, if this is the start of the retail, if we start to see the retail people getting in, watch the run up in Bitcoin and Litecoin. It's going to be huge. And then some of the money will trickle into altcoins because people want to pile up on a bunch of coins, because when Bitcoin gets to $5,000, $6,000, they can sell their one Bitcoin and get a whole bunch of altcoins that are cheaper. But that doesn't matter because more money is going to start coming into the retail market, and they're going to be buying Bitcoin, Litecoin, probably Ethereum. Everything is pretty much up. I don't really think you could have a real big loser over the last week. If you count last week to today, either your cryptocurrency went up big last week or it went up big today. So, guys, it's a good day to celebrate. It's a good day to be happy. Rejoice, rejoice. We don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know if I would be buying in today, and I don't know if I would be selling. I would probably just be holding. And it's days like this that I'm glad that I am not a big in and out of the market type of trading guy, because if you're one of those type of guys and you sold last night and you woke up today to think maybe you'd make some buys and you saw that you missed the boat, you'd be crying right now. But as a hodler, you live with the bad and you get the good, because the market is unpredictable, and that's why I like to hodl and I like to swing trade. And by swing trade, that's if I see a good opportunity to go in at a certain time with a certain designated amount of money, then I'll do that, and then I'll try to pull it out and find another opportunity to go into. I only do that with a small portion of my portfolio, just in case it doesn't work out how I had planned, but I've been very, very, very good with it. Anyone who follows this channel knows about some of the picks I've had in the past and how they've performed, even in a down market. So, hodling right now, great guys. I'm really, I've just had this feeling, I called the bottom, when Bitcoin was right there at, that $24 mark, right around there, almost to the day. I said, this is it, this is the bottom, which I never had really done before that. I actually made the video, the title of it is, "This is the bottom, I call the bottom," or something like that. You can go back and watch it. So, how many people are happy out there? Raise your hand if you're happy today. All right. So, we talked about Litecoin adoption yesterday. It's fantastic, guys. Litecoin is just solidifying itself in every facet of cryptocurrencies, but not only in cryptocurrencies, but in monetary and banks. It is going to be the coin to go to. It's going to be the default coin. What happens if we see mass inflation? What happens if the dollar starts to crash? What happens if a bank fails or multiple banks start to fail? what is going to happen to cryptocurrency prices then? We're going to see them go way up. We saw a pretty big sell-off in silver yesterday, and then a big influx of money into cryptos today. You know, I've been talking about that as well. I think people are going to either start selling their precious metals to get into cryptos, just because precious metals are too manipulated. Yes, cryptocurrencies are manipulated, but they can't be manipulated to the point where we don't even know how much gold and silver there is in the world. We have no idea. We don't know. Have no idea. So how can you put a price on it, a fair price? Then there's so many options and you know, derivatives of gold and silver. It's impossible to get a fair price on it. They play with the price of gold and silver, and they have been for years, and it's impossible to even understand what direction it's going to go. And you think it should go down and it goes up. You think it should go up and it goes down. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Cryptocurrencies, they can only manipulate with propaganda and by trying to make massive trades in and out to scare people or make people happy and get overexcited and put money in and then pull their money out and then make those people freak out and sell and then scoop up their shares. But it's all about the rich people accumulating more, getting more things. You know what I mean? Rich people like to have money, but what they like to have even more is stuff. And they like to have your stuff. The banks like to put you in foreclosure so they can take your home, because that's more property. It's things that have value. Money doesn't have value. Money is a piece of paper with some ink on it. Things are what have value. People's labor is what has value. Things that are produced or need to be produced have value. That's why Litecoin and Bitcoin have an inherent value, because they weren't just made out of thin air. They have to have mining equipment. They have to have electricity. The blocks have to be built and broken, and people get get coins for doing that work. But things that can just be created, okay, I'm going to start a cryptocurrency and I'm going to have 100 billion coins, like XRP. I know there's people out there that love XRP. And I think XRP, they've got a good foothold in right now, don't get me wrong. And the banks, the big bankers and the greedy rich people like XRP, because I think they've already got their hooks in XRP. But the trend, the awakening, I don't think retail people are they're gonna have a bad taste in their mouth with XRP, especially when they find out what it's about. Especially when they can go into 100 other cryptocurrencies and make just as much as they're making in XRP. Why give the bankers more power by investing in XRP? That's the whole idea of cryptocurrencies, is decentralization, by taking away from these elite and helping the small guy. Let us decide what currency we want to use, what cryptocurrency we want to use, not one the bankers are going to choose for us. Not one that's just been created out of nothing like XRP, but one that has to be created, that has a real inherent value like Litecoin and Bitcoin do. So guys, I'm excited today. If we see this market continue to go up, I think we're going to see it go up for a while. When you start hearing people talking about Bitcoin and Litecoin outside of this channel, you're going to know that things might get real crazy. You know, when people start at work or your friends or on Facebook or whatever social media you use, start talking about Bitcoin and Litecoin, you start seeing ads popping up. You start to see that fever and that fury and that shark in the bloody water trying to grab their cryptocurrencies. That's when you're going to see the huge run up. So let's see what happens over the next couple of days. And cryptocurrencies are still super cheap. Remember, at their high, the market cap was at about $800 billion. Now we're at 164 billion. We have a huge way to go just to get to where we were, and we're going to go higher than that. We're going to go into the trillions. So I'm getting out of time here at 15 minutes. So please like, subscribe, share the video, kiss your wife, your girlfriend, hug your kids, pet your pets. God bless you all. Jordan Knows Crypto signing out.